Hello everyone, welcome to this Postman tutorial. So in last tutorial I have explained about how can we add different type of assertion in the response. So I have discussed about this get request, and here you can see here this is the endpoint, and when I'm hitting, and those are the assertions whatever I have added, those will be verify. So let me hit. So here we can see here 8 test case passing out of 10, 2 are failing. So that was the expected result that we have discussed. So here we can see here. Alright. So in today's session I am going to discuss about how can we hit different type of API, like we do have get, post, put, delete. How can we trigger those API and how can we add different type of assertion. So let me continue. And also I'm going to discuss about how can we create positive and negative test cases. All right. So this is the website reqres. So these are the API I am referring. So this is very good for the learning purpose. So even you can refer, and if you have any other link that you can follow for the learning purpose. So here we can see here this first request we have learned about, like if we are passing page 1, page 2, and we are getting the response. So other one, like we can pass any particular user. So here we can see this page at the end it is appending, right? This is a parameter. All right. So in second request we have seen if we are passing any particular ID, like not ID, this is the user, like first user, second user, third user, and we'll get the response. So let me hit, and here we can see here the response. All right, this is the second user. Now we can add some assertion. So let me add simple one. Let me add for the response. So this is a snippet. So I have already discussed in my previous video. So if you haven't watched, just go through that. So this is the snippet of the status code. So let me add status code is 200, and this is what we are looking, right? So in bracket let me add get single user detail. So because I'm going to add multiple places. So status code is 200, and in bracket I'm just passing what I'm going to verify. So if it is calling multiple places, then we should not get confused. So that is why I am adding some unique test case name. So here we can see it is passing status code is 200, get single user details. All right, let me mark save. All right. Okay, so get delete response. Okay, there is a one more API for the get. So it is if we are giving some number. I think this is in second. I don't see any more documentation. So this is a if we add some value like 3 second, 2 second, then we'll get a response some delay. So let me mark duplicate, and this is for, let me rename get user details, and here we can see here delay, what name they have given, delayed response. Okay, let me copy this and delay equal to 2. Okay, let me keep 0 first. Okay, let me hit, then we will see how quickly we are getting the response. We got, am I making any mistake? Yes, some mistake is there. I added double forward slash. Let me correct it, and here we are getting the response very quickly. If I add 3, then we will see a response will be delay of 3 seconds. See here, we can see. All right, so this is working perfectly. So let me keep it 1. Okay, all right, let me save, and in test level get, okay, let me add here delete response, delete, delete response. Let me save. All right. So this task is good pass. Now let me move forward. So now we will see the post request. So post request means we are going to create some entry in database. All right. So let me duplicate. Let me say rename. Create user. So for create API forward slash users. API forward slash users, and this is the word we have to pass. So whenever we are calling any post request, then we always have a some body. It could be in XML or JSON form. So and before that we must select the post from this drop down, right? So once we select the post and go to body and select raw and then text, then we paste here and just choose the JSON and let me add name and here let me add. Okay, so let me hit this request and let's see what will happen. So here it is giving like name Sachin Gupta, job this, ID 161, created at. We are getting time as well. So at what time it got created. So this is the response we are getting. So it means the request got success and the response is 201 created. So let me mark it save. So when I click on save here, you can see the color got changes. We can see a post. Alright. So let me add some assertion point here. So assertion, okay, first 200 is fine. Delete response. This is for create user, and let me add one more entry. So I'll add, I'm going to verify this ID. Like, so when the request got success, then it should return some ID, and ID should be some number. Okay. So I'll say if ID is greater than 1, then our request is getting passed. I'm not going to verify this name job, something I'm going to verify this ID. Okay, so what I'll do first, I should know what is the response. So pm dot response dot json. Okay, so let me hold in one variable res. Okay, so in res variable I am holding the response, then I am going to add one test, pm dot test, verifying id after creating the new user function. This is the syntax, and at last we need to add semicolon. All right, and here let me write pm dot expect. What we are expecting? So we are expecting, so okay, so first we need to parse, so response dot id. So let me say res dot id. All right, res dot id dot to dot greater than, it should greater than 1. Okay, like 2 3 4, any number, it should be greater than 1, then this should pass. So let me trigger this API. All right. Okay, so we can see here something is getting failed. Okay, so first of all we are getting the response to normal, that is also success. So let me correct this to not 1, and other one we can see here, verifying ID after creating the new user, assertion expected 982 to be number or date. Okay, so what is happening, this is, so we should pass here some integer, some number, what it is taking as a string. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to change to integer, so we can parse, right? Parse int So this is how we can parse in JavaScript. Now let me run again. So this time post test case should pass. Here we can see here HTTPS code is 201 create user and verifying ID after creating the new user. Okay, all right. Okay, so let me move forward. So next request is put. Okay, this is for update. Whenever we are hitting any post request, and if we make any mistake and if we want to update, so we can use this put request. So put request we basically we use for update any data in the backend. Right. So here put. Okay. So let me duplicate this. Duplicate. Rename. Update user data. All right. And here what is syntax? API user. So we need to pass some ID. So I am passing user 2. Okay. We are going to update user 2. Okay. Sachin underscore G. Okay. Automation test engineer. Okay. So here what we are doing, we are going to hit this request and this is a put. So first we need to update from this put, from this drop down, and we are saying okay, so this is the endpoint, this is like API user. So we are going to update this user and this is the body. So wherever the second user, just update name this and job title this. Okay, let me hit. Okay, here we can see here update add. We are getting proper response, right? The status was 200. Okay, now okay, so we need to update here 200 update user 200, and this I'm not going to verify here. Okay, so if response 200, then this test case should pass. All right, just for your information. Okay, I haven't saved. Okay, just for your information, so like when I trigger this request, so basically the second user data should update, and when I fetch here, right? So this is for get user, right? So this is the page 1. Let me go to page 1. So it mean like for the user second, go to body, we should see whatever I updated, but it is not happening. So just for your information, these APIs you will not get the real time, but this is only for the sample purpose. Okay, so like if you are updating, if you are deleting, then some data should delete in the backend, because we are getting those APIs as a free, and that is what these are the sample APIs. Okay, this is for the learning purpose. You don't see the real time data. If you're deleting, then something should delete, and if you click on get, then you will see deleted data. Or like if you're updating, you will see the updated data. So these APIs only for learning purpose, not for the real time example. All right, I'll show one real time example. All right. Okay, so let me move on to the next. So we have seen post, we have seen post, put, and now let me move to delete. So delete, we can see the same thing. Okay, so let me mark. Okay, so this is a duplicate. I have created just duplicate. Now delete user. So delete user. Now from drop down, just select delete. In delete, we are not going to pass any body. Alright, just we need to pass here some index. So index is 2. So user 2 I am going to delete. So body won't be there. Delete. Okay. And test, that is fine. So here we can see the API user 2. So let me hit. So we should get 204. So here we can see here response 204, right? So let me update 204. Delete user. 204. Okay, this is passing. Okay, and body we are not getting anything. Okay, so typically we don't see this type thing. Some word response should get, but in some cases we we will see like the response is blank, and we should we should depend on the response. We should depend on the status code. If status code is 204 or like 200, then it is working fine. All right, so this is how we can handle delete request. Okay, now let me move on to next. So I think this all completed, all different type requested. So let me move to one real time. So here this is, you can see here, open weather map. So this is the one real time API. So what is the syntax of the API? Here you can see this is the syntax. So I have logged in. Okay, here you can see here I have logged in. All right. So when you are creating your account on this openweathermap.org, then automatically they'll give you one key. So key you can get. So you can see my some API related videos where I have explained how to get the key. All right. So this is one API. Okay. So this is the endpoint. So what I'll do, let me duplicate one weather API. All right. So this is the domain name as well as an endpoint. Both are both are there. Now let me say HTTP and forward slash. So in parameter you can see here it is asking you need to pass some city name and API key. So city name, whatever city you are passing, it should tell what is, the weather condition today, what is the temperature, and it's rainy or sunny, and some previous days. Okay, so we'll get some weather related information. So VNALU Bengaluru and API key. So I know the API. So this is the API key. So when you will create your account, you will get this API key automatically. So this is the API key. So when I hit this, then I should get the response. Okay, something going wrong. Internal error. I don't think something is going to. Looks like I have done some mistake. Oh, this is get, because see here, you can see here I have chosen the put. What this is a get request. So let me select get. Oh yes, I am getting the response. So here you can see here this is the response I am getting. So let me make this little big, this screen, and here you can see this coordinate 7712 something weather. So what is the weather? Is meant clouds, overcast, cloud description, station, visibility, what is the speed, wind speed, gust, cloud, and country, this India, the code we can see the country code is India, sunrise, the sunset, at what time, the time zone, and here we are getting the name of the city whatever I pass there. Okay, all right. So if I, okay, let me add some assertion. So what I'll do, I'm going to verify this name. So I pass the Bangalore, and if I am getting the Bangalore in the response, then my test case would pass. All right. So let me go to test. One is okay. It shows 200. That is matching 200 and 200. One test case passing. So let me update here. Open weather API, and let me add my other test case. So I am going to verify the city name. So first I need to hold the response. So LETRES. So like what I have done in previous, right? CMP I am going to do pm.response.jsn. Okay, so this is the response I am holding, and now I'll say pm dot test city name should be matched. Function all right. Pm dot expect, and from this, right, from response I am going to read this key name. So res dot name dot to dot equal vn Bengaluru. All right, let me run this. And what test is passed? City name should be matched. It is matching. Okay, so let me update. Okay, this is a case sensitive. Okay, so this time it will fail. You can see here Bengaluru, Bengaluru. All right, so it means the assertion is working perfectly. All right, so now let me create some negative test case. So negative, I don't have any test case, so let me create first test case. So let me pass some invalid user. Okay, so let me click on duplicate this. Let me move to this negative test. Okay, invalid user. Okay, invalid user. So invalid user, there is a rank. Okay, so those APIs are for sample, so they don't have much data. So if I pass something more value like 25, I don't know whether I'll get response or not. Let me try to it. Okay, I'm not getting any response. Okay, so if I say 2, then we'll get the response. All right, so I am passing some invalid ID. Okay, 25 is invalid for me. Okay, for those sample API. So if I am passing 25, then I should not get any response. I should get status code is 404. So let me add here 404 status code, and this is for invalid user ID. Okay, those are the numbers. Okay, invalid user, let me keep, and this is a 404, and let me click on save. Okay, so this is passing here. Status code is 404 invalid user. Okay, let me click on save. Okay, let me move on. So let me create negative test case for open weather API. So in open weather, let me click on duplicate. This is a duplicate. Let me drag to this negative test folder, and here we can see here I just moved. Let me rename open weather. Okay, so here blank with blank city. Okay, I am not going to pass any city name. I'll keep blank. So here, okay, first let me hit. I'm getting the response, right? So what I'm doing, I'm going to keep this blank, and I want to see still I'm getting the response. Okay, I'm not getting. So this is the expected result for me. So first 400, and I'm going to verify this message nothing to geocode. Okay, let me go to test tab. So first I should add this 400 here, and 400 open weather API with blank city. Okay, and this is the response. Okay, in this response, what I'll do, I'm going to verify this message. So res dot me double sag, okay, message, and to equal, let me copy this, okay, when city name is blank, okay, when city name is blank, then I should get this message, okay, and status code should be 400. Okay, let me click on it, and here we can see both test case got passed. Status code is 400, open whether API will with blank city, and other one when city name is blank. Okay, we can give some, some meaningful name. Okay, so here just I'm as of now I'm giving like when city name is blank, and I should get this. Okay, all right, let me move on. Duplicate, let me duplicate, and let me keep on rename special care city name. Okay, so what I'm going to do, instead of city name, like city, always city will be alphabet, right? So instead of alphabet I am going to keep some, some special character just I am passing. So let's see what will happen. So if I am doing, then it should not accept, it should throw the error. So this time I am getting city not found. Okay, so in this case I am getting 404 here. If this is, if this is a special character in the city name, so open whether API with special care, special characters, and here 404, this is corrected, and I'm going to verify this message. Special cares are in city name, city not found. Okay, let me click on send, and boot test case pass. Here you can see here status code is 404, open by the API with special characters, and when special characters are in city name. Alright, let me click on save. Okay, now let me create one more negative scenario. Duplicate, invalid API key. If key is invalid, then we'll see what will happen. This let me correct. Let me correct is New Delhi, and let me click on it. Okay, we are getting the proper response for New Delhi. Alright. So what I said, let me make it some, wrong. Okay, invalid. So here this is invalid right now, and if I click on it, then it should not process my request because I am not passing correct key. Here you can see here invalid API key. So let me verify this. Okay, so when I am passing invalid API key, then it should not process my request. Alright, so here let me make it 200. Okay, oh, 401, this is unauthorized. 401, open weather API with invalid key, invalid key, and 401, and this is the response. And when API key is invalid. Okay, so this is the message I am keeping here, and now I am going to verify contains, that two contains here, and here let me pass only this three invalid API key. So invalid API key, Okay, let me execute. What test case pass? Here you can see status code is 401, open by the API with invalid key when API key is invalid. So two test case getting passed. So these are case sensitive. If I make any character, okay, so be careful whenever you are keeping your assertions here and you're passing test data. So here you can say API key is invalid assertion. Okay, so it is keeping this. In this response, I am verifying to include invalid API key. Alright, so let me make it correct. Alright, so I have covered many examples. So I am keep adding different example whatever I am getting. That is what I want to cover in this session. So if you are having any question, if you are having any doubt, please keep writing into the comment section. I'll reply as soon as possible. So thank you guys. Thanks for the watching. So please subscribe to my channel and please keep hit on the like button. Thank you.